It began with whispers, rumors, too wild to believe, too dangerous to ignore. A beloved star, a trusted partner, and a friendship that once seemed unshakable. Then came the accusations, thunderous, merciless, shattering not only reputations, but the very foundation of trust. For weeks, the world could talk of nothing else. Katrina Balfe's explosive claims dominated every headline, ignited every forum, and split the Outlander fandom in two. She spoke of lies, of manipulation, of betrayal so deep it left fans questioning everything they thought they knew. And at the center of it all stood Sam Heughan, the man who had been admired for nearly a decade now, branded with suspicion, his silence only fueling the fire. But silence never lasts forever. The world was still reeling from Katrina's thunderous accusations when Sam finally shattered his silence. For weeks, her words had consumed every headline, every whisper online, every debate among fans. There was no fight, only lies she had declared, painting a picture of betrayal and manipulation. And at the center of that storm, Sam Heughan, once the beloved face of Outlander, stood, accused, his carefully built image collapsing under suspicion. Katrina had named him alongside Leah Williams as co-conspirators in a scandalous cover-up. Fans who once saw Sam as the embodiment of charm, kindness, and quiet strength began to wonder if they had been deceived all along. The internet blazed with fury and doubt. Was Katrina speaking the truth? Had Sam really betrayed his castmates, his friends, even his fans? Or was there something more, something darker still hidden in the shadows? At last, Sam could bear the silence no longer. On a gray, biting morning in London, he stepped before the cameras. His face was pale, but his jaw was set with the kind of determination that left no room for retreat. Every inch of the press room was packed with reporters, cameras flashing in a storm of light pens poised to capture his every word. He wasted no time on pleasantries. Enough lies. Sam declared, his voice sharp, raw, and charged with anger. The room froze. For weeks, Katrina had shaped the story, her revelations spreading like wildfire. But Sam's first words cut through the air like a blade, shifting the atmosphere instantly. He wasn't here to evade questions. He was here to fight. I trusted her. He began, his voice shaking but strong. For 10 years, Katrina and I stood side by side. We shared the stage. We shared the screen. We shared a bond I thought was unbreakable. And now, she stands before the world and paints me as a liar, as a manipulator, as someone who betrayed everyone around me. His fists tightened at his sides. Her accusations aren't just wrong, they're poisonous. They've destroyed reputations, friendships, and faith in something we worked so hard to build. I cannot stay silent anymore. Silence has allowed her lies to grow, and I will not let them define who I am. Gasps rippled through the room. Sam wasn't pulling his punches. He was tearing away the fragile illusion of solidarity that fans had clung to for years. His fury was unmistakable, yet beneath it, there was something even more devastating: heartbreak. "Do you know what it feels like?" he asked, his voice suddenly soft, "to watch someone you trusted, someone you defended, twist your life into a story you don't even recognize?" His eyes glistened under the stage lights. I stood by Katrina through everything. I thought we were allies, but she turned her back on me. She spun a story that doesn't belong to me or to Lia. A story built on jealousy, resentment, and bitterness. Reporters leaned in, hungry for every word. This was not the diplomatic Sam Heughan they knew. This was a man waging war against betrayal. He turned directly to the heart of her accusations. There was no manipulation. No grand conspiracy. The fight you all saw wasn't staged. Was it dramatic? Yes. Was it heated? Yes. But it was real, born out of exhaustion, of pressure, of two actors giving everything they had to a grueling production. To twist that into something disgusting is cruel, unfair, and utterly false. His gaze swept the room, daring anyone to challenge him. I am not perfect. I have flaws like anyone else. But I am not the monster Caitríona wants you to believe I am. Then his tone shifted, anger giving way to something quieter, heavier. You want the truth? He asked. Then I'll give it to you. The truth is about Lia, about what really happened between us. And it's time you stop believing headlines and start listening to me. The room erupted in chaos. Cameras flashed. Reporters shouted questions. Pens scratched furiously. Sam's voice rose above the storm. Caitríona twisted what Lia and I share into something ugly, something shameful. But it isn't. The truth is simple. Lia and I share a bond, one forged in trust and respect, and yes, in something much deeper. It's not what you think. It's not what she claimed. But it's real. And it's mine to tell. He stopped, eyes blazing with conviction. Enough lies. You deserve the truth. And soon I will tell you everything about Lia and me. But understand this, Caitríona's story is not the truth. It never was. And I will not let her define my life. With that, he turned and walked away, leaving the press in a frenzy. His words lingered in the air, heavy, defiant, full of both promise and pain. He had publicly condemned Caitríona, denied her accusations, and hinted at a bond with Lia that was far more complex, perhaps, even dangerous than anyone had imagined. The world was left reeling. For the first time, the spotlight had shifted from Caitríona's damning words to Sam's mysterious declaration, enough lies. Yet he had revealed only fragments, not the whole. Fans speculated wildly, was Sam confessing to a secret romance with Lia? Were the two hiding something deeper? Or was there another truth, darker still, that lay beneath his carefully chosen words? The demand for answers reached a breaking point, and finally, Sam delivered. In a televised interview, no press chaos this time, no flashing cameras, just him, his voice, and the truth he promised to reveal. Sam began quietly. His face was tired, but his tone steady. Lia, he said, has been painted as my rival, my co-conspirator, even my enemy. But none of that is real. The truth is, she has been my anchor. The interviewer leaned forward. Anchor. In what way? Sam's eyes softened. In every way that matters. When fame crushed me, when work consumed me, when I doubted myself, she was there, not to manipulate, not to scheme, but to remind me who I am. He spoke of nights in rehearsal when exhaustion broke them both, of arguments born not of rivalry, but of survival. Every time, Lia was the one who brought me back. She understood in ways no one else could. Viewers at home felt the shift instantly. This wasn't rivalry. This wasn't scandal. This was intimacy, raw, human, undeniable. We laughed when we weren't supposed to. We leaned on each other when no one else noticed. And yes, maybe that scared Caitríona. Maybe she saw something she couldn't explain. And instead of asking, she turned it into a weapon. The interviewer asked the inevitable, was this love? Sam didn't answer directly. Instead, his words blurred the line between friendship and something far more tender. What Lia and I share doesn't need a label. It's not about gossip or headlines. It's about truth. She sees me, really sees me in ways few people ever have. And that is more than friendship, more than partnership. It's something I'll carry with me forever. His ambiguity detonated like a bomb. Fans split into camps, some insisting Sam had confessed to love, others arguing he described a spiritual connection. But Sam wasn't finished. He turned his fury back on Caitríona. For her to twist this bond into something shameful is unforgivable. She knew how much I trusted Lia. She knew that trust kept me standing. And yet she turned it into scandal. She turned it into poison. His voice cracked, but he pressed on. I will always respect Caitríona for the years we worked together, but I cannot excuse what she's done. Her lies have hurt not just me, but Lia, the crew, the fans. And that damage may never heal. By the end of the broadcast, the internet had erupted once again. Team Sam clashed with Team Caitríona. Some praised his courage. Others accused him of twisting the truth. A few clung desperately to the hope of reconciliation, but most knew the bond between Sam and Caitríona had been severed beyond repair. And Lia? She remained silent. She neither confirmed nor denied his words. Her silence became its own riddle, her absence feeding the fire of speculation. Was she protecting herself, or was there a deeper reason she chose not to speak? As the interview drew to its end, Sam left the world with one final cryptic promise. People think they know the story. They don't. What Lia and I share is ours alone. And one day, when the time is right, the world will understand everything. Until then, I'll say this enough lies. The truth is far more complicated and far more beautiful than anyone could imagine. The screen faded to black, but the echoes of his words refused to die. The scandal was not over. If anything, it had only grown darker. For with every truth, Sam revealed 100 new questions arose. And one question lingered above all others. What is the true bond between Sam Heughan and Lia Williams, and why is Caitríona Balfe so determined to destroy it?